Hi, Tam here. So what's been the best airline experience that I've ever had? So it's difficult to choose one and say that's the best. Having flown many airlines for many years, from South America, North America, Europe, Africa, and Asia, I would say that my best experiences, I've had many wonderful experiences, but my best experiences have been with Anna.
The captain has turned off the seatbelt sign.
And Vietnam Airlines.
Hẳn là cảm xúc đang lẫn lộn lắm nhỉ? Chuyến bay đầu tiên tôi cũng như cậu. Nhưng những dặm bay đầu lại là khởi nguồn của hàng triệu trải nghiệm phi thường. Chinh phục thử thách của thiên nhiên cũng là chinh phục giới hạn mới của bản thân. Thưởng thức những hương vị mới.
Now, I flew with Anna. The last time I flew with them was I was flying from Hawaii to Malaysia. All right, so from Honolulu to Kuala Lumpur. And that was, if I'm not mistaken, on the 29th of December 2019. I could be off by one day, but I'm sure it was on the 29th of December 2019. So anyway, I went to the airport, Honolulu airport. I took Anna and I flew to Kuala Lumpur via Tokyo. So first of all, the experience, right? The entire boarding experience with Anna is fantastic. Very well organized. You know, it goes smoothly and it flows and it's great, you know. They're always on time. It was nice. Once I was in the plane that particular plane was the cleanest plane I have ever seen in my life. That particular Anna plane from Honolulu to Tokyo. You know, the one from Tokyo to Kuala Lumpur was still good, but not as good as that first one. That one was really spotless. It was clean, it was beautiful, it was really nice, you know. The service by the flight attendants, by the crew, was wonderful. as it is in Japan. You know, in Japan, when you take the train, you know, and you know, the personnel that comes to have a look at your ticket or punch in your tickets, you know, they come, they're very polite, you know, they bow down, you know, they courteous, they're professional. Same thing with Anna. Very professional, very courteous, positive, they smile. It's fantastic. You're not going to get better service than that in the world, I think, you know. So it was a wonderful experience. Now, on top of that, I was in Honolulu, and as I was checking in, the lady at the counter said, "Oh, but I don't see your visa for Malaysia." So I told her, "Oh yeah, I don't need a visa, you know." He said, "No, how come you don't need a visa? You know, you're supposed to have a visa." And I said, "No, actually, I don't need a visa." And I explained. And she was a bit confused, so she called the supervisor, and that was a Japanese man that came from Anna, you know, very professional. And he said, "Yeah, but you know, you're going to need a visa. And if you don't have, because you're telling us that you don't need a visa, actually." He said, "Yeah, I don't." So he looked at my passport, he looked into his system there, and he wasn't sure. He said, "Oh, well, I don't know, because I thought that, you know, you're from a region that needs a visa, but it's not clear. But we're going to let you fly, but at least we need to have your next ticket out of Malaysia. In my case, my next destination after Kuala Lumpur. At the time, I wasn't sure." I said, "Yeah, no, I understand, but you know, I'm not sure where I'm gonna go. I'm traveling day by day, basically, and I choose my destination as I go along." They said, "No, but you know, you can't. You know, you have to buy a ticket. You know, at least what you could do now is buy a ticket online, and then show us this ticket. Everything will be fine, and then you cancel it, and you get a full refund because it's still early, and then you know." So we had a conversation there for about, I think, 45 minutes. So anyway, I bought a ticket there, like a cheap ticket from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore. I think it was like $100 or something, you know. And I showed it to him, and he said, "Okay, no, that's fine, you know." And then, but he said, "But now, this flight is already closed. Your next flight is going to be in, I think it was something like between 3 to 5 hours or something. Is that okay?" I said, "Well, I mean, it's not ideal, but what can I do, you know?" I think he was expecting me to be a little bit upset and to make some noise, but I just looked at him because I've been to Japan before. And I know that in Japan, if you try to raise your voice, it never works. It's not like in the US where everybody is shouting over everybody, arguing their case, and you know, you don't do that in Japan. It's not going to take you anywhere. Plus, it's not in my nature to do that anyway. So he looked at me and he said, "Listen, you've got 4 pieces of luggage here that you're checking in, and the total cost for my luggage was about $476, I think." And he looked at me and he said, "Look, because of this inconvenience, and now you have to wait here for a number of hours until the next flight, I'm going to take all these charges off. You're not going to pay for any of the overweight stuff. You just pay for your 2 pieces there," which were also overweight, but he was not going to even charge for that. And I said, "Oh no, thank you very much, you know." And then at the end, he said, "Okay, no, wait. Actually, you're not going to pay for any of this luggage. So this whole $476, forget about it, you know. And again, sorry for the inconvenience." And I said, "Thank you very much. Thank you." And then I went in the flight. I took the flight, and the plane was superb. It was fantastic. The service was amazing. Like I said just now, the flight attendants, they were so professional. I was in economy class, and you know, coming there, bowing all the time when they're serving you and all that stuff, asking if everything is in order. Not just to me, but to everybody, and it was really great, So that's ANA. Wonderful airlines. I highly recommend it. And then on par with ANA, I would say Vietnam Airlines. So these are the two best airlines in the world for me. Vietnam Airlines, their aircraft might not be the best in the world, but the service is wonderful. Wonderful. Check-in, very polite, very understanding as well. That we listen to your issues. Pre-boarding, it was very good. In-flight experience was really great. I took Vietnam Airlines 4 times. I took it in economy class. It was great. I took it in business class. But something that really impressed me with Vietnam Airlines is the following, So, I was in Da Nang, in Vietnam. And on February the 2nd, I flew from Da Nang to Ha Long. Right? Ha Long is close to the Chinese-Vietnamese border. Right? It's not far from there. And Ha Long is known for Ha Long Bay, which has one of the most beautiful views you'll ever see in the world. It's the reason why tourists go to Ha Long, to see Ha Long Bay. It's these limestone arrangements. It's wonderful, So I went there to see that. So 2nd of February, I'm in a flight, a business class flight from Da Nang to Ha Long. When I disembarked the plane, I forgot this bag in my seat. It was time to leave, and I just stood up. I took my luggage from the overhead compartments, and I left this bag in there. Now, this bag is very important to me because I've got important documents in there. I've got my second passport in there. So I've got my one passport in my pocket and my second passport in the bag. And I had $1,252 US in the bag. Yeah, $1,252 US. $1,252 US in the bag. So anyway, I left the plane, I disembarked, took my luggage from the carousel, and then took a taxi to Ha Long Bay, because the airport, again, is more than 1 hour away from Ha Long Bay, from where my hotel was, you know. I'm saying again because it was the same story in Kuala Lumpur and the same story in several different countries, you know. So anyway, so I arrived there. It was 2nd of February, you know, I arrived in the afternoon. It was good. Checked in my hotel, spent the day walking around, you know, acclimatizing myself to Halong Bay. And then the following day, the 3rd, I went on a tour.
你坐好，你坐安尼就较歹歹去。
对啦，你这温度太深了。200万不是差不多20、20、70是多几？我们最后一个。
I think. And then on the 4th, I wanted to take some cash. Because I didn't want to pay, I didn't want to go through the ATM machine. So I wanted to, that's the reason why I was having this cash in my bag, because I wasn't sure about Halong. You know, it's a small little town, and it's best sometimes to have cash so that, you know, you don't have to use the ATMs. You know, cards are fine in these transactions at the 7-Eleven or hotels and stuff, but when it comes to ATMs, I was a little bit uncomfortable because of something that had happened previously in another country, you know. So yeah, so I was looking for my money, and then I couldn't find the bag. Then I searched and couldn't find it. And then I realized that, oh man, I left the bag in my seat 2 days ago, on the 2nd. So I thought, okay, so the bag is gone, the money is gone, $1,252 gone. I've got my second passport in there, I've got some important documents, some paperwork, some contacts and all that stuff. I've got some cards as well. I think I had an additional credit card in there. I thought, oh, it's all gone now. No, I didn't have my credit cards doing in my wallet, you know. So I thought, okay, obviously the bag is gone. There's nothing I can do about that. But I thought, you know what? So far, Vietnam has been unbelievable, and I've noticed that people are really honest here. Let me make a phone call and find out. So I called the airline. The person that answered was speaking Vietnamese only, and I don't speak Vietnamese, so it was very difficult to communicate, and then I gave up in the end. And then I thought, let me try Facebook. So I went on Facebook, went on the Vietnam Airlines page, and I dropped them an email. I couldn't believe it. So nobody stole the bag 2 days later. I mean, how is that possible, you know? Especially a bag left in a business class seat. You'd think like, oh, it's business class, there must be something good there, let me take this bag, you know? But no, so they found the bag, and you know, you can go to the airport and collect it there. So I said, great. And I went back to the airport. I arrived there, and there was a lady there at the Vietnam Airlines. I mean, you know, Halong is a small domestic airport, you know. You flights to Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh, Da Nang, you know. I'm not sure if it goes to Hanoi, but domestic flights, you know. So it's a small airport, And I spoke to the lady at the counter. I said, okay, hello, I've left the bag here 2 days ago, and I think it's here, maybe in the lost and found area. So the lady said, no, no bag here. I said, yeah, 2 days ago, on February the 2nd. I said, no bag, no bag. But I could see that, she was saying that because she was not speaking English. I said, no, but somebody from Vietnam Airlines on Facebook told me that the bag is here. She said, okay, I don't understand, just wait. So she left, and then she called a supervisor. So this gentleman came, wearing a suit, and said, oh yeah, so what's how can I help you? So I said, yeah. So I lost a bag here 2 days ago. This is my flight number, my seat number, all that stuff. So the guy said, the bag? And the bag is here? I said, yeah, the bag's here. I said, no, but I don't know of any bag here. I said, yeah, but I spoke to Vietnam Airlines on Facebook. Here's the message. So he read the message, and then he had a radio with him, and he said, okay, I don't know about this, but let me ask somebody else. So on the radio, he asked somebody else there. And then they had a conversation, very short. And he said, okay, let me go back and check, please wait. So he went into the back room there, spent about maybe 5 to 7 minutes in there, and then came back and said, could you please follow me? So I followed the guy. We took the escalator downstairs, and we walked around, and then we went to an office, to a room, not an office. It's like a security type of room. There were 2 soldiers there, and an X-ray machine, So you went. So there was another door, another back room. So you went there. Said, "Could you please wait here?" So you went back. Spent another 5 minutes, and then came out with my bag, with this bag. He said, "Is that your bag, sir?" So I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, so, but how can you prove it's your bag?" I said, "Oh, it's easy. I've got my second passport in there." He said, "Oh, that's easy then." So then I opened the bag, took out the passport, showed it to him. He said, "That's perfect, Yeah. And then he said, "Is everything, is all the content of the bag there? Is everything in there? Could you please check?" So I opened the bag, I checked, every single item was there. The $1,256 were there. Not $1 missing. I couldn't believe it. I said, everything is there, all my documents are there, all the money is there. Thank you very much. He said, "No, you're most welcome." Took my bag, asked if I should sign anything. He said, "No, that's your bag, you're happy, everything's good." I said, "Thank you." I felt I should give this guy something, because look, you saved me $1,256 and lots of hassle replacing the items and the documents of the bag. I took a $50 out of the bag and I gave it to him. And he said, no. I said, "No, please." He said, no, I can't. I said, "No, please, you saved me so much money, and so much hassle. Please take this." He said, no. Look, I can't take your money, It's your money, it's your bag. I've just done my duty. I said, "Okay, thank you very much." And, we shook hands. And that was it. And that really impressed me. That really struck me, that has remained with me, because I thought, this is impressive. This is impressive. I'd left my bag in there with the money and everything else. First of all, the bag is there. After I left the plane, you've got all these passengers in economy class that were coming. Actually, as I was leaving, I saw the people actually coming already. None of these passengers took the bag. And then once everybody was off, you have the flight attendants, the crew. Nobody stole the bag. And then you have the cleaners who are cleaning the plane later on. Nobody steals the bag. In fact, if any of those people saw the bag, then they gave the bag to somebody from the airline to take care of the bag. And that was very impressive. You know. But it's not surprising, because in Vietnam, to be honest with you, people are honest in there. It's a honest country. And I've got many examples of Vietnamese people going out of their way to make sure I'm treated correctly. Actually, there was one instance where I had paid a little bit more. Anyway, there's no point talking about all these things, but Vietnam is a good country. Vietnamese people are good people, and Vietnam Airlines, for me, I would say, in terms of customer service, they are the best airline in the world, with Anna. Cheers.